Well, as Laura was saying, a number of high-profile Republicans have been deserting Donald Trump. But what about his core base? Well, we can speak to Charlotte Laws, one Trump supporter. And Charlotte, I'm interested in what you make of this video where Donald Trump is seen making very aggressive and lewd comments about women.
Well, I think it's much ado about nothing, honestly. We have known for a year and a half or 10 years, 20 years, that he talks in a crude way, that he says things as he sees them, and he speaks that way. But the thing about Trump is he doesn't support the double standard like so many in our society do. He's an equal opportunity critic. He attacks men, he attacks women. He believes in equality, and so many people who are attacking him seem to think that women are fragile figurines, that they need to be treated differently than men, that they need to be sequestered from bad words. He doesn't believe that. Not only verbally does he treat women the same way as men, but he also promotes women. He has a history of putting them in executive positions, putting them in high-powered positions, even back in the 1980s in the construction industry when this was not done at all. So he pays high salaries and he is into equality.
But even so, Charlotte, Donald Trump has called women fat, pigs, dogs, slobs. I'm struggling to see what he has called men that even compares to some of these terms.
Oh, he's said many things to men. I remember when he called Rand Paul ugly. He's called men lots of things. And truthfully, if you will read articles, you will see the attacks that women make on men. I remember Megyn Kelly calling Chris Christie a fatso on Fox News. No one even reported about that. I see the articles about Trump, about how he's chubby, about how he's orange or he's got bad hair. No one says anything. Why? Because he's a male, because there's a double standard, and people believe somehow that you need to treat women differently from men. I don't believe that. Trump doesn't believe that. We believe in pure equality.
But Charlotte, name-calling and other comments that Donald Trump has made is not very presidential, is it?
I totally agree with that. And if that's your argument, that's fine. I think he's going to be an excellent president. I think he will overthrow the status quo, that he will change the way things are done in Washington. And I'm very hopeful about that. And I think he will go down in history as one of the best presidents of all time if he can get elected. But if you want to say you don't like the language, then that's a perfectly fine argument if you want to make that argument. I'm not bothered by the language. But you can look at people like Winston Churchill. You can look at other people in history who have used foul language and gone on to be great leaders.
Can you understand why people have been incensed by this sort of language, though, including Condoleezza Rice?
I think it's largely because people are entrenched in our sexist society. They believe in this double standard, and somehow they think that that's what matters. I think they're not really looking at it in a pure way. And I think a lot of people have an agenda. I think that they either want to derail his campaign, which has been going on from day one. The establishment, even the media elites in the United States have been trying like everything to derail his campaign, or they simply don't want to lose their own power. They're afraid that he's going to come in, he's going to change trade deals, he's a little bit of a protectionist, he's going to not want to interfere in foreign nations and rebuild nations. He's got very different policy than what's been in Washington, D.C. And the people in power are very afraid that they're going to lose that power, that they're going to lose their money.
Charlotte Laws, for now, from LA, thank you very much for being with us.